Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Monday, the 4th day of September, the 13th day of Elul. Here we go. Okay, more laws about Rosh Hashanah because it's coming very, very close. You know that on most Yomim Tovim we say Hallel, that are great praises to God. And very interestingly, we won't be saying Hallel on Rosh Hashanah. So why would that be? It is a Yom Tov. And the simple answer is because the books of judgment are open. When the books of judgment are open, we are not in the right frame of mind to be reciting joyous Hallel and praise to God. It is still a Yom Tov. It's not considered a sad day, but it's a serious day, and in this seriousness, we won't be saying Hallel. Now, as far as the Torah readings, we will read on the first day of Rosh Hashanah, we will read all about Hashem being remembered to have a child. She did not have a child until she was like 90 years old, and that promise was implemented on Rosh Hashanah. That's not when Yitzchak was born, but that's when the promise was implemented. And so great promises to many people when God promises them are implemented on the day of Rosh Hashanah. And so that's like indicative of that kind of thing, and that's why we read that on the first day of Rosh Hashanah. On the second day of Rosh Hashanah, we're going to read about the Akedah. That's when God suggested to Abraham that he sacrifice his beloved son Yitzchak. Abraham showed a great willingness to do that, and he didn't go through with it because God stopped him. But that shows a great merit that our ancestor was willing to give up his most beloved son just because God said so. The merit of that action and Yitzchak's willingness to participate, the merit of that just goes on to many generations later, and we want to remember that and invoke that memory on the day of Rosh Hashanah. On the first day of Rosh Hashanah, it is a custom for people to go down to a body of water, preferably that has fish in it, and recite Tashlich. And I need to say a few things about Tashlich while we're on that. Some people have the custom to sort of pull out the pockets, the little sacks in their pockets because they have crumbs. As the crumbs go down the water, we say, so shall my sins go down the water. And because of that, a lot of people come with big bags of crumbs and throw bread into the waters and everything at that symbolic Tashlich. The problem is that when you do that, you could be inadvertently doing something wrong because we're not supposed to be feeding fish or any animals that aren't really our pets or don't rely on us for food. And if you throw so much bread into the water, you're kind of sort of maybe feeding some of the creatures in the water. So you can do that custom of just, getting the little dust out of your pockets, but you don't necessarily want to bring bags of bread to throw into the water. And while I'm on that, another interesting thing to note about that Tashlich ceremony on Rosh Hashanah afternoon is that it becomes a very big social gathering sometimes when all the people are there, men and women, and idle chatter can start and Lashon Hara can start, and I don't have to tell you that that's not appropriate on the day when those books of judgment are open, and therefore you might want to consider doing your Tashlich after Rosh Hashanah. You're allowed to. You're allowed to delay it all the way up to Hoshana Rabbah, which is near the end of Sukkot. So do consider that if you find that there's too big a social scene, Rosh Hashanah at the river where you live, then you are allowed to delay it into the 10 days of Tshuva or any appropriate time like that. Thanks for logging on, and log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.